Hey CIG, how's it going? Really excited to have our Thanksgiving week this week. Looking forward to this new CIG RTO membership script to go live. We anticipate it'll go live either tomorrow or Wednesday. Marion and Andre and I spent an extensive amount of time, about 3 hours last Friday, on the scripting of this, and really excited to go over it with you all. Please watch this in full. There are massive changes. The entire script is different, and it is going to be in a much better format. Marion was explaining that the script we currently have tends to jump around, and it's not really that effective. He was explaining it like a storybook. If you're reading a chapter book to a child, he was saying our current script has it kind of encourages you to go over the story of Humpty Dumpty, and then the next page is all about Tangled, or the next page is all about Sleeping Beauty, right? It needs to be in a proper step-by-step flow, and that's what the script was designed to accomplish. It is designed to effectively accomplish the principles of the sale, which I can tell you all that you can stick to this script word for word and have success. It's going to be a very exciting change for us all. As I go throughout this training, I'd like you to consider this quote that Marion said. He said, "We cannot push information into a customer's head. We can only effectively create information from within the customer's mind." How do we have effective conversations, right? You'll see that as we go throughout the script. So this is an outbound greeting. Hi, is this George? Or is George there? Okay, and I'm going to have our customer be George. Hey George, my name is John. I'm calling on a recorded line from Credit Innovation Group. The reason I'm calling is because you recently visited rent-to-own-listings.com, or whichever lead source it is. We have a couple different lead sources for RTO, and filled out a form requesting help to get into a rent-to-own home contract. So this is the next step in that process. How are you doing this afternoon? Notice how we have, so this is the next step in that process. Again, it's going to paint the path for the customer, okay? So good to hear, or well, hey, let's see how we can make that better for you. Now, George, how familiar are you with how the rent-to-own program works? Or how familiar are you with the rent-to-own program? Okay, that's the intro. We keep it simple. We're doing just an intro, which is to build trust with the customer, right? We're going to be probing them in the probes, right? Again, better organization, step by step. An inbound greeting is very similar. Thank you for calling Credit Innovation Group. My name is John on a recorded line, and I'm excited to help you today. May I ask who I'm speaking with? Hey George, how are you doing this afternoon? So good to hear. Well, let's see how we can make that even better for you. The reason we've been calling is because you recently visited rent-to-own-listings.com and filled out a form requesting help to get into a rent-to-own home contract. So this is the next step in that process. Now, George, how familiar are you with the rent-to-own program? Okay, very similar to each other. And again, each intro will have different words such as PP setter. We'll say you were speaking with Alex and so forth, right? Okay. Now we have 3 different probing pages now. The first one is probes pain. The purpose of this is to get their emotional need, find the why, okay? This is the change, and this is just a fantastic flow. So the question we asked prior to this was, how familiar are you with the rent-to-own program? We anticipate they'll say they're not very familiar, which is usually the case, right? So that's okay, George. Rent-to-own programs are quite simple, but it is important that you understand how to do it right. So we are excited to help you with this. Now, the 2 biggest reasons our people are looking at a rent-to-own contract is either because of bad credit or no down payment, or both, so they cannot get a mortgage. So tell me about your current situation with where you are living now, George. From there, you're going to maximize response and dig deeper. Examples of this are, okay, and what has you looking at rent-to-own homes as an option? Or, hey, I understand, have you ever bought a home before? The key to this is that it is going to effectively guide you through proper maximized responses, right? These are examples of it, but you need to tie in the right questions to what the customer is saying, right? To help you understand this even farther, the open-ended dig deeper questions that are bolded throughout the script are the questions that we really recommend, or that we need you all to use, because they are going to be effective every time, okay? From there, we have the probes need box that you could type in notes, And from there, the next question is, okay, well, that is exactly what we can do to help you with. Now, how soon are you trying to move? We have a box called move-in date. That's where you can insert their time frame, next 2 months, next month, whenever that is. Okay, and why are you trying to move? This is the point where we're going to establish their reasons why, their true motive to doing this, okay? Again, you can insert those notes in that box. Now, will someone be on the rent-to-own contract with you? Okay, this is similar to the script before. Who's going to be on the loan with you? If there is someone, you're going to ask what is their name and are they able to be on a speakerphone or three-way conversation with us. If no, that box won't appear. And what is your estimated monthly income? We'll ask that, and okay. And how much is your current rent payment? Okay, we put the rent payment right here, so that way we can identify that. You'll see why it's necessary to have it right there here in just a second. Okay. Now, this page ends with, okay, and based on the form you filled out, you said that you are trying to improve your credit. Is that still the case? Yes, they're going to say, absolutely, that's the case. Okay, now the next page is the probe's credit. This is the time where we're going to dig deeper on their credit situation, right? So from there, we're going to particularly dig deeper on what's appearing on their credit, right? So no worries. Do you know what your credit scores are? You'll put their credit score right in there in that field. Okay, and what kind of negative items are appearing on your credit reports? From there, these are examples of dig deeper questions, just like in every call. These are slightly different though. Do you have any medical bills, cable, cell phone, or any other collection accounts? Okay, what about student loans or closed accounts? Okay, and what about repossessions, charge-offs, or late payments? We replace credit cards with charge-offs. And do you have any liens, judgments, or bankruptcies, right? And there's going to be the insert probes credit box, okay? That page is pretty small, but of course that's quite important to find those negative items. Okay. On to the last probing page is the probe's dream section. Okay, so we have probe's pain, probe's credit, and probe's dream. This is, of course, to find their why, to find their reasons to buy and their dream, what their hopes are for the future. Okay, so okay, George. So it is really exciting that you are looking for a new home. Describe to me the kind of home that you're looking for. Examples of digging deeper are how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what area are you looking for a home in? Are you looking for a single family home, condo, townhome, or modular? Do you need a garage, fence, or a yard, right? From there, we'll have the probes need box right there. You could insert those specific items in. Find their why. Why are they trying to do this? This is a really important section. Now from there, what is the price range of homes that you are looking at? And of course, that's going to be the calculator, put in the price range. So right now, your rent is blank, right? Let's say it was $1,000 a month, right? And how much of a monthly payment would be comfortable for your budget? We formed this in a way to kind of guide the customer. Hey, your current rent is this. What is comfortable for you? It's going to flow a little better when we do this, okay? So depending on your interest rates, your monthly payments would only be about blank, right? And of course, we anticipate that this is going to be lower than what their current rental payments are, right? That's the beauty of getting a home. And then, of course, there's a question, will that work for you? This is a great time to get the customer very emotionally invested, right? Okay, now, at this point, we hope that this only took around 8 to 10 minutes of probing, but again, you need to find the emotional need before carrying on, okay? Now, the initial value section is going to be the time to tie in CIG into their emotional need. Marion helped Andre and I understand that our current scripting is not accomplishing the customer's true need, right? A customer is calling in wanting to get a rent-to-own home or wanting to get a mortgage, whichever lead it is. And then all of a sudden they get kind of tricked into credit repair and we compare ourselves with Lexington Law. And he said, we don't need to even talk about Lexington Law. We don't even need to worry ourselves with that because we are going to be offering things, and we already are offering things, that are far and beyond what Lexington Law is even attempting to do. We are just blowing them out of the water, guys, okay? Our conversion's higher anyway. So this is what the initial value section is going to accomplish. And for those who remember high school or any experience that you've learned from this, Marion explains and ties in the 3 C's into this section, and you'll see that as I go throughout the script. He said that about 20% of our client base will understand this because it's very common in the mortgage world if you're just trying to get a loan, okay? So awesome, George. So after evaluating your case, the rent-to-own program here at Credit Innovation Group is going to be perfect for you. Nothing changes our lives like owning our own home, right? Right. And unless you have enough money to pay in cash, there are three things you will need to do. A mortgage bank would call these the 3 C's. Now, the first C is credit. Credit Innovation Group is going to help you repair negative items on your credit reports and will work with you to create a custom plan to build your credit scores over time so that you can leverage your credit score to buy your home, okay? Don't pause here, just move on. Now the second C is collateral, or in other words, a down payment. There are government loan programs that are willing to help you buy a home with little or no money down. And Credit Innovation Group will help you see which of these government loan programs you qualify for, okay? I love this section because a lot of agents are trying to say that. We just tied it in right there. Okay, don't pause. Now the third C is capacity to pay. Based on what you have told me already, you are paying a lot of money in rent, but Credit Innovation Group will work with you on your budget to make sure that your income qualifies for a mortgage payment. Does all this make sense? Awesome, George. Now, George, we have helped thousands of people to fulfill their dreams of becoming homeowners. So we know we can help you. But based on our conversation, you need to move into your new home by, let's say, 2 months, or let's say 6 months, or 2 weeks, whatever that time frame is, right? Get them to say right. Right. So this is the power of the rent-to-own program. While we are cleaning your credit, working out your down payment, and clearing up your budget, Credit Innovation Group is going to help you find a home that you like and purchase it with the rent-to-own contract. This way, you get to live in the home of your dreams while you get ready to buy it. Does all this make sense? Awesome. Now into the main offer. This is going to be the key opportunity for them, okay? So George, today you will become a gold member of Credit Innovation Group. This will automatically be billed for $12.95 each month. Once you become a gold member, I will introduce you to your credit specialist who is going to hold your hand through every step of the process. First, they will take a look at your credit reports to identify all the negative items that are hurting your scores, okay? Now, George, you have a constitutional right to privacy, and there are different laws that protect your right to keep financial information private. So your specialist at Credit Innovation Group will work with our credit repair ninjas to use these legal rights to dispute month after month until you are happy with your credit score, okay? Now, as they work on cleaning your reports, your specialist will lay out a 6-month plan to find a home. Purchase that with a rent-to-own contract and qualify for a mortgage. Now, at 45 days, George, at 45 days in, they will meet with you on the phone to go over the progress of your credit repair ninjas. And by using our cash flow accelerator and CIG rewards, they will help you free up extra money in your weekly cash flow, okay? And then, George, at 120 days, they will meet with you again to identify areas to build positive credit and improve your credit even more. As your scores continue to improve, it becomes easier and easier to negotiate a rent-to-own contract, or maybe just go straight into a mortgage, whichever works best for you. Now, after 6 months with Credit Repair Ninjas, most of our clients have much cleaner credit, but there are a couple items that take longer than that. The Credit Repair Ninjas normally cost $199 a month as long as it takes to clean your credit. But with your $12.95 monthly gold membership, you only pay $140 for their first work fee, which is due in 5 days. Then, 5 monthly payments of $99. Once you have completed your 6th payment, you automatically achieve a platinum membership upgrade that comes with free credit repair as long as you remain a member at the still low price of $12.95 a month. And the best part, George, is as a platinum member, we provide our cash flow accelerator and our CIG rewards and continue to help you buy your home, get a mortgage, and eventually become debt-free so you never have to worry about losing your home again. Now, George, I have the legal spelling of your first name as George, last name is blank. Is that correct? And just close and move on. Okay, grab their information. And then from there, you know what to do. Just stick to the grabbing their information and go from there. We have the spouse offer later in the call just to make it so that you could offer it every call. This is an awesome, exciting script. Again, this is going to be going live here in the next couple days, so look forward to that. Okay? Thanks, guys. You're awesome.